Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Today we will be doing a short summary of Roblox Piggy. So let's get right into it. Roblox Piggy, well, we'll be doing a summary of book 1. So book 1 starts with chapter 1, which is the house. You, a detective, are investigating for a missing animal named Georgie Piggy, who was last seen at the Piggy residence. Before you can walk inside the house, you are knocked unconscious. Once inside, Penny Piggy, who is Georgie's sister, chases you as you try to escape the house using keys and other items you find. Once you escape the house from Penny, you decide to go to the police station that you work at to get help. Next up, Book 1, Chapter 2 is Station. Once you arrive at the station, you are alerted by the loudspeaker a monster is there. You are met with Mother, who is Georgie and Penny's mom. And once you escape, you are met with Doggy, a fellow police officer. He is sitting in his car waiting to leave. He tells you to get gas for his car, and the two of you escape. He then asks you how much gas you left in the car, because he's worried that the car will run out of gas. Chapter 3 is Gallery. You and Doggy run out of gas and are surrounded by infected Father Sheepy and Mother. You must go into the gallery. That is the only way you are not surrounded. So you must walk inside. Once inside, you must escape Georgie and Penny's father. Chapter 4 is Campsite. You and Doggy arrive at a campsite a few weeks later, but you are woken by a bark as you try to go to bed. You discover that Doggy is infected. You don't know exactly what happened to him. You also find Sheepy, a researcher, at the hospital. Once you escape the campsite, you find a walkie-talkie that tells you, or asks you, to free somebody from the school. Chapter 5 is the school. On the walkie-talkie, the voice tells you his name is Mr. P. Once inside the school, you must escape Teacher, who is a teacher or was a teacher at the school. When you open a door, you find Bunny, who you enter the sewers with once you escape. That is Mr. P's friend. Once inside of the sewers, you and Bunny meet Mr. P, and you, the detective, feel dizzy and pass out unconscious. Alright, next up, hospital. You wake up after passing out unconscious, and Bunny tells you that Mr. P went on the roof to wait for the two of you with a few researchers. As you try to get to the roof, Barry, a previous doctor at the hospital, chases you around. Once you get access to the roof, you and Bunny find that Mr. P has left without you. Next up is Metro. You and Bunny try to escape through the hospital's metro. You are almost out. You try to get the metro train working while getting chased by Piggy, who appears to be a zombie that is infected as well. Once the metro train is opened, Bunny tells you that she drank a potion that Mr. P gave her and will soon become infected. This forces you to leave Bunny behind. Next up is Carnival. You go to look for Mr. P at his carnival to get revenge on him for what happened to Bunny and all of your other friends, such as Doggy. You are met with Clowny, who was a clown at the carnival. Another infected, Foxy, who is a fox, is locked up in a cage, but will kill you by hitting you with his knife. Once you escape the carnival, you find Pony and Zizzy, instead of Mr. P, who are two survivors looking for others that are not infected. Next up is City. Zizzy and Pony lead you to their safe place, but you first have to go through the city to enter the safe place and escape Ellie and Grandmother, who is Georgie's grandmother. Once you escape those two, you all hear a sound in the safe place from the bushes. You and Zizzy decide to go check out what the cause of the sound is, while Pony stays back at the safe place. The next chapter is Mall. You and Zizzy follow the figure eventually to lead to a mall. You are pursued by Robbie as you are looking for the figure, who is the mall's robot guard, and Mousy, who is in the vents. Once you escape the mall, you find the disturbed Georgie Piggy, who was the missing pig that you were looking for. You take Georgie to the safe place, and Giraffe, who is another survivor at the safe place, and a friend of Pony and Zizzy's, finds a signal to track on the radio. Next up is Outpost. The signal from the radio leads you to a former military outpost. You are chased by the infected Torture and soldiers who mostly stay stationary. Once you escape, Georgie appears. You originally told him that he should stay back, but he brought the soldiers' attention. Zizzy and Pony stay back to fight them, and you are sure you finally found Mr. P. You enter the lab. You must find something to make the infected Mr. P snap out of it. He turns infected, you later find out, from what the searchers tried to fix him. You are pursued by Mr. P, who is armed with a robotic gun, and Badgie, who was a researcher at the hospital. Once you find a picture to make Mr. P snap out of it, he apologizes and promises to hold off the infected. You find Zizzy and Pony, who finished off the last of the soldiers from the outpost, and Georgie says you should all find a cure. The chapter then, or the book 1, and then ends there. But that is not it. There are 3 more endings. That was the good ending. Next up is the bad ending. If after you get the picture, you walk up to Mr. P instead of walking up to Georgie, you will be slain by Badgie. And it will end there. To get the good ending, or the true ending, my apologies, the true ending, well, you will get the Mr. P skin. He will still apologize, he will say it all comes back to him, and he will explain his story. If you get the bittersweet ending, you will be forced to fight Mrs. P with him. And you give them both hearts, they both will embrace, and you will be shown what really happened when Mrs. P, the first ever infected, turns infected. The infection story is also another video that I have posted if you would like to look at it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as well, a warning, you will hear in the background the gameplay going on. I was hoping for that. I wanted that to make it more interactive, I guess you could say. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed this video.